The stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born, oh night divine, oh night divine.
All right, so make sure I do this. Okay. So what you witnessed yesterday was insubordination. Insubordination, that's what you witnessed yesterday. And I told you guys this, she's never gonna change. The only way you can make her change is by sitting her. It has to come a point in time, and I like how Stephanie White gave it right back to her and essentially saying this isn't a Christy Sides or a Lisa Bluter type of situation. You will do as you're told because I'm your head coach, I'm your manager, I'm your boss at this moment. And you're the employee, you're the worker, you're the player. And my job is to manage you, is to coach you, and to win games. And you're not above me. I don't care what value you bring to this franchise. you're not above me. Point blank, period. And you will do as you're told, or you will have a seat on this bench, or you will be suspended if we go through any more of this insubordination, if we go through any more of it. This isn't a Lisa Bluter situation where you're yanking away from Lisa Bluter, cussing out Lisa Bluter, all of this other stuff. This isn't that. This isn't that type of situation, right? So, let me get this right. Yeah, this... Yeah, this isn't that type of situation. Like this isn't what we're doing. And she'll never learn. Now the woman she's yelling at right there, going back and forth with, is a black belt in Taekwondo. And this woman, Breon January, is a 1,000,000,000% black belt in Taekwondo. So you can cap all you want, but you would never run up in her face. You're doing that because Kareem is right there. Everyone is around. Breon January will absolutely crack your damn jaw and break your damn neck. Okay? 1,000,000,000% black belt. That's why she's so calm like that. Like, chick, I'll kill you right now in front of everybody in this damn arena. I can literally do that to you, you dumb retard. Okay, don't play with me like that. That's why Breon January just so calm right now. Like, listen, like, Caitlin, calm down. Calm down, chick. I'm a black belt. I will murder you in front of everyone if I wanted to, but I'm not going to go that route. And that's that type of situation. So shut the F up, right? Who in the hell do you think you are? You dirty hoe. Who in the hell do you think you are running your mouth at her like that? Right? And I told you, this is what we're going to do to Caitlin Clark. All of that stuff of me going to that tree, that's done. We're going back to what I said before because she doesn't learn. And her disgusting bloody tampon eater, I call them tampon eaters, STDs. These are her fans. All of her bloody menstrual cycle, period, tampon chewing, slurping, sucking fans who literally slurp and suck on her bloody tampon. Let me tell you what we're going to do because they'll never learn. I told you, as long as Caitlin Clark is in this league, you'll always have all of this evil, all of this division, all of this chaos, all of the time. It'll never go. And she never learns her lesson the moment she feel like she lit again. The moment she feel like she lit again, she starts showing who she really is, her true character. Caitlin Clark is a terrible, terrible person. And her soul is flooded with satanic, damnable spirits. That's who she is. She's nothing but one of Satan's hoes that Satan used to cause division, to cause chaos, to cause trouble. And he rewards her with different gifts, with different access, with different keys. And he keeps rewarding her, giving her these things so that she can keep spreading division. Every time she feels lit, she shows her true colors again. Every time. And every time she looks lit, her tampon suckers, her tampon eaters, all of them, what do? They cause more separation, more division, all of these other things. It never fails. So that's why I had to get that chick out of here last year. Now, listen, I got this chick out of here 3 times last year. I got Sophie out of here last year. I got Chloe Bibby out of here last year. So I'm going to have to do it again this year. And what I want is something even more severe. Last season, that wasn't severe enough for me. I'm looking for a torn ACL. I'm looking for a ruptured Achilles tendon. I'm looking for some broken bones. I'm looking for something more damaging. Like I need something more catastrophic, something more tragic to happen to Caitlin Clark. So that's what I'm asking for. That's what I want. And just remember, you heard it here first. That's the only way. This chick needs to get suspended. She needs to get suspended. She needs to get the audacity to ever think that you, for whatever reason, because I bring money into this league, I get to do whatever I want. And that's how she held Lisa Bluter hostage. Okay, I'll enter this transfer portal. So she'll talk reckless to Lisa Bluter, ignore Lisa Bluter, try to run that team. Caitlin doesn't know how to win. Do you know who you're talking to right there, Caitlin? That woman is a champion, not only for the Indiana Fever, Okay, not only in the WNBA, but also a champion overseas. Okay, so she recently was just playing a couple years ago, Breon January. So it's not like she's out of touch with this urban motion, read and react, 5 out, 4 out, 1, pace and space, European style of basketball. This chick was literally just playing a couple years ago, right? So she knows how to hoop. She still knows how to hoop. So she's not out of touch. And she's a champion multiple times over, but not Caitlin Clark. Your head coach, Caitlin Clark, is a champion as a player and as a coach. She knows how to win. You apparently don't. Your brand of basketball got you swept in the first round of the playoffs under Christy Sides, playing your Iowa brand of basketball. You don't know what you're doing because you beat up on Team Nigeria, aka the Seattle Storm, without their quality players. That means nothing, chicken. You still have 5 turnovers because you whooped on Seattle Storm without their best player / aka Nigeria, Senegal. That means nothing. Because you whooped on the LA Sparks / aka Italy, that means nothing. Like, we're not doing this. We're not going here. We're not doing that. Absolutely not. You have no clue how to win a championship. You had 2 opportunities and you couldn't get it done. You had 2 opportunities and you couldn't get it done. You couldn't get it done, right? You had an opportunity your rookie year and you couldn't get it done. You couldn't get it done. Your brand of basketball doesn't work on the professional level. It just doesn't work, right? The one-woman show trying to control everything. And that's why Andrew Reese said this ain't no one-woman show. And then Alexis Morrison and Jasmine Carson's had to prove it to you. And you got whooped up and chased around the arena, walking away after you was talking reckless. Andrew Reese chasing you down, putting it all up in your face. This ain't no one-woman show. And kicked your little frail, ugly ASS back to Iowa when you were crying before you went back to Iowa. And then the next year, you got sent right back to Iowa crying by a bunch of black women with one white chick on the team, Chloe Kitts. South Carolina kicked your little white ASS right back to Iowa. And that's exactly what happened. Then your rookie year, you tried to talk reckless to Christy Sides, yanking your arm away from Christy's side, saying, we're not running that stupid effing play. And then you got swept in the freaking playoffs in the first round, trying to run things your way, which is a stupid effing way. And then Connecticut yanked your ASS right out of the playoffs in the first round, just like you yanked your arm away from Christy's sides when she was telling you what you were doing wrong and you didn't want to hear it. And how you're supposed to run that play, you didn't want to hear it because you wanted Christy Sides to run things the way you run things, which gave you nothing but L's when it came to the Natty game. So Christy is trying to tell you, chick, this isn't the Big Ten. This isn't college, you freaking retard, you dummy. And so you yanked your arm away, and then guess what happened? Connecticut yanked you away. You said, we're not running that stupid effing play, and guess what? Connecticut yanked you out of the playoffs because you was running them stupid effing plays you were running at Iowa, which gave you 2 L's in the Natty games. Don't play with me, you retard, you dumb hoe. That woman, Breon January, has multiple championships. Multiple. I'm talking about overseas and obviously in the WNBA with the Indiana Fever. She was just recently playing a couple years ago. Who the hell do you think you're talking to? And by the way, she's a black belt. She's a black belt. So you lucky that she's calm. If she's laughing at you, she's watching you cap. Every time Caitlin feel like she lit again, she show her true colors. That's why Marina Mabry had to whoop you. She showed her true colors against J.C. Sheldon. J.C. locking his dumb hoe down. And what does she do? She pushes JC and says, I do whatever the F I want to do. Okay, next time down the floor, JC locking you up. What does she do? She pushed off on JC. Marina maybe whooped that chick, took her belt off and whooped her. Then we saw several games after that where Caitlyn didn't want no damage with no one because she's a punk. She's a coward. She can't fight. And that's a true story. Took her belt off and whooped that dumb hoe. Kennedy Carter had to whoop that dumb hoe. Threw your elbow at Kennedy's face. Start barking at Kennedy running up the court. That was strike 2. You get down on the other end and you try to push Marina in her ribs waiting for the inbound. Marina pushed her arm away and Kennedy came over there and laid you out and made you taste that basketball court. The hell you think this is? Dummy? And then you got the audacity, the temerity to be barking up in Breon January face because you bring in a little bit of money to the WNBA? I don't give a damn about that. And I like how Stephanie White was like, no, you supposed to be right here. And then you got that dumb hoe from New York, Venom. Little ugly old structure. His face looked like the structure of his face looked like an old man from the 50s. Freaking mop head hoe. Out here spreading these dumb little narratives. Little stupid retard. Out there spreading them BS narratives and ain't got the nerve to talking about, there's all of this stuff trying to get Stephanie White fired. Okay, so what's going to happen? You fire Stephanie White, another coach come in, it's the same thing. It's not going to work like that, y'all. It's not going to work like that. So what I have to do, I got to get this dumb chick out of this league. I got to sit her down. So this is one of the reasons why the Fever are making sure that they invest in their other players. They're using resources, investing in their other players. This is why the WNBA had on the graphic Raven Johnson and Zaya Cook instead of Caitlyn and Flau'jae. We got to sell other product, right? That's for de-risking purposes. Democratization. This is about business, right? So we got to sell you other product. Y'all already know about that chick. Get out your little whole feelings. Last time I checked, this team is called the Indiana Fever, not the Indiana Clarks. And the moment it becomes the Indiana Clarks, the moment that's when y'all start losing. That's when y'all start losing. It'll never be enough of these tampon eaters. I don't care what team she go to. They're going to bring all of that satanic negative hate with them. They're STDs. They're a bunch of herpes, and she's Queen Herpes. Just a bunch of negativity, damnable, demonic spirit STDs everywhere they go. And they're waiting on her to get lit, right? They were waiting on her to look lit again. And then boom, it's even worse. I told you what it is. That's why I say we just can't keep her in this league, y'all. Get this hoe up out of this league. Get her out. Get these, and that way these STDs can go. They can just go. Caitlyn leaves, all you little herpy holes, y'all can go. All y'all can go. And that's the reality of the situation, man. Listen, let me tell you something right now. She showed her true colors. It's clear. And this is one of the reasons why Breon January is like, this chick, number one, your breath stink. That's number one. Number two, I'm watching you cap right now. I'm watching you cap. Okay? Because if I wanted to, I can break your damn neck. That's number two. Number three, you have never won a championship in your life of any significance. I don't care about some retarded Big Ten BS. That don't count. Right? So Breon January is saying, chick, I'm a WNBA champion and champion overseas in the Euro League. Don't play with me. And I was just playing a couple years ago, ho. So you don't know how to win the real championships that matter the most. That's number one. And number two, Stephanie White jump in and say, you dumb little retard. I'm a national championship in college. And I'm a WNBA champion, you dummy. And that's something you never achieved, ever. Don't play with me. You don't know how to win a championship. And the only reason why people bring in a Vanderbilt is because I brought up Vanderbilt. No one ever heard of Vanderbilt with Stephanie White until I started mentioning it. You little hoe lurkers, you little dumb tampon eating lurkers, you bunch of hoes, you retarded hoes. Every last one of you YouTubers ain't nothing but a bunch of hoes. And you dumb hoes in them Twitter space. You freaking Caitlin Clark bloody period menstrual cycle tampon chewers. The hell up out of here. Dumb retards. And that's the reality of the situation. You have never accomplished what Stephanie White did. I don't give a damn about your retarded stats. That's because your dumb little whole ASS was ball hogging. And you can mask ball hogging by throwing some assists around. The hell up out of here. I don't give a damn about that chick. Show me a natty. Show me a natty right now. She don't got a natty. She don't have a natty. Show me a WNBA championship. She don't have a WNBA championship. Okay, let's move on to Breon January. Hey, Breon January, do you have something to say to Caitlin Clark? I absolutely do. Caitlin Clark, show me a WNBA championship. You don't have one. Caitlin Clark, show me at least a EuroLeague championship. Something. You don't have one. Chick, shut your effing mouth. You don't know how to win the real championships that count. The hell up out of here, you frail hoe. You brittle hoe. And that's the reality of it, man. You got to humble these people. This isn't a Lisa Bluder situation. Lisa Bluder did everything you said. Lisa Bluder never truly wanted to play that way, but she was going to let you do whatever you wanted to do because she was scared you would jump into the portal, and that's not what she wanted. That's why you were punching and kicking chairs around him and slamming your water bottles down, spilling it all over them. That's why you were walking away from Lisa Blue when she was trying to talk to you. Because you knew, chick, listen, all I got to do is jump in this portal. You're going to do what I say or I'll jump in this portal. She tried that with Christy Sides. Christy is like, listen, I only been on this job for 1 year as the head coach. I'm trying to teach this chick that you got to do other things on the court. You got to be a 3-level threat and not just really a 1-level threat, which is just the 3rd level. That's really all you got. So sometimes you got to take these middies, and I'm trying to get you to work on some other things. And this chick is like, no, look at what I just did at Iowa. What you just did at Iowa was took 2 L's in a row. That's what you just did in Iowa. Oh, and by the way, you were pure trash shooting threes anyway in the damn tournament and in the Big Ten tournament, you dummy. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get you to expand your game and run these plays the right way. There will be times in this game where you can look like a clown shooting from 34 feet with your gimmicky threes. Go ahead. Go, Caitlin. Do your little gimmick stuff. But then it's time for the meat and potatoes. And she don't want to do that type of stuff, right? Caitlin wants nothing but junk food. She's an immature, callow, juvenile little hoe, and so too are her tampon-eating fans. Bunch of immature hoes. And all they want is junk food. And because all you want is junk food, that's the reason why this dumb little hoe you looking at don't have no natties. No natty chips. None. None. And that's why playing it her way got that stupid hoe kicked out of the first round by Stephanie White with Connecticut. That's why without Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White with the Fever was 1 game away from going to the finals. Now with the Fever, with Caitlin Clark back, and they forced this team to be as close to Iowa as possible with a bunch of nobodies outside of a couple players that sort of play that Iowa way that she want to do. Okay? And that's the reason why they're 2-2. That's the reason why they're 2-2. If you look at the power rankings, they're what, 10th? 10th? And the 2 wins came against 2 trash teams. 2 trash teams. Now, Seattle isn't trash. They just don't have their best players back. So they don't have Iowa Pham. They don't have Ezzy Magbagor. They don't have Katie Lou, which gives them an extra 3-point shooter off the bench at 6'3", 6'4". And she could play a couple different, 2 positions, the 3 and the 4. So they're missing Katie Lou, they're missing Ezzy, and they're missing Iowa Pham. And once they get them back, that's when things will settle in. So and then on top of that, like Dominique didn't even play last game. So you're missing key pieces. You had your entire roster except for Aaliyah Boston. If Dominique Malonga played, Seattle probably would have won that game. Because she would at least got anywhere from 16 to 21 points. So Seattle most likely would have won that game. If Ezzy McBagor played and if Katie Lou were playing, they really would have won that game. It wouldn't even been close. It wouldn't even been close. Right? And the Indiana Fever would be 1-3. 1-3. And that's the reality of the situation. So, yeah, like I said, every time that dumb little hole you looking at feel lit, she show her true character. All of the time. Every time she look lit, her bloody tampon eating fans show their true characters. It's already on display even when she not lit. But when she do look lit, it gets even worse. And that's why I say you can't let these people breathe. You can't let Caitlin Clark up. You got to keep her down. You got to keep her down. Because if you don't keep her down, you get chaos. You get disrespect. You get insubordination. That's what you get. You get disrespect. Verbally abusive and disrespectful to Lisa Bluter and to her teammates, especially some of those BTS vids behind the scenes of her throwing what she doing for the Iowa Hawkeyes in front of her own teammates' face. Cold-blooded, right? Held a proverbial gun to Lisa Bluter's head. If you don't let me do whatever the F I want to do, I'll transfer. So, like, we're dealing with that BS. Now that the league allowing the referees to sort of let her do whatever she want to do, she real cocky right now. Real arrogant, real haughty. Because it feel like the Big Ten to her again, where they let her do whatever she wanted to do. Let her travel, every damn thing. Okay, so she feel like, oh, it's going to be like that again? And all that does is mask that she's trash, right? That's all that does. And so now she feels like, hey, I get to do whatever I want to do. Let me cuss out my head coach. Let me yell at my head coach. Let me yell at my assistant coaches like she did Christy Sides. Right? And Stephanie White is like, no. It's not that type of situation. Now, what the Fever are going to have to do, the Fever are going to have to say, listen, that's not happening. That's not happening. Right? And last time I checked, Stephanie White is beloved. She's beloved. A beloved figure in Indiana. Beloved. And so you got two women, including who won a championship with the Indiana Fever. And you never did. And one of these women, Stephanie White, is a born and raised Indiana girl. Gatorade, Indiana Player of the Year, high school champion, you name it, all of that. All of that. Played for the Fever, short career, but played all of that. That's what she did. And one thing Stephanie could say is that I won on both levels. And you never did that. You never won a championship in college, not a natty. And then I won on a professional level as an assistant. That's something you can't ever say, that you got two of the major championships in your life. You can never say that. You can't ever say that. And Breon January is saying, chick, you can't ever say that you have a WNBA championship. Now, right now, I do. I do. You can't say that. And that's the reality of the situation. And so it's clear that this isn't going to go away as long as she's in his league. So, yeah, let's go ahead and injure her. Get her up out of here somehow, some way. A torn knee, some ligament in her knee. I don't care. An Achilles tear, a broken back, a broken hip, a dislocated hip, a broken femur bone. I don't give a damn. Get that dumb chick up out of this league. Sit her down. And that's when she's humble. And you know what? Let's take away her superpower again. Let's have her start breaking a bunch of threes again and getting even more turnovers and looking real stupid again. Right? And so that's the situation. Now, what I want to talk about, why does every game in the WNBA so far this season feel like a playoff game? Well, it's simple. The reason why is because a lot of the women in this league still are on one-year deals. And they have all of this new money in the WNBA. I mean, you're talking about potentially $1 million, 1.4 million, a deal where it can get you 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 mil. Okay. a new deal that can take you from 300K or 270 plus K, or from 400K to 700K, 800K, 900K, or 600K, or just a flat out M. And so that's what it is, because these women are trying to get better contracts and they sign 1-year deals. Okay. And you got women who sign multiple deals, they're multiple years. They're trying to get bonuses by becoming first team all WNBA or second team, or trying to get to the All-Star game, because these bonuses have increased. And that's why every game feels like a playoff game. So this one journalist said that on Twitter. It was like, man, he was like, am I mistaken, or does every game feel like a playoff game? It was like, yeah, man, like I noticed that too. Now, it's always been top level in the WNBA where these women play their hearts out. But this season, it's even higher than that. It's more intense than that. It's more amplified than what it's always been in years past. And that's because of the money, the new money. And so these women are playing. It's like the Upshot League. Both games on opening night and then the next day were intense, absolutely intense. The Greensboro group went to double overtime against Savannah. I mean, the intense. And that's because they're all fighting to get to the WNBA. They're trying to get seen by the WNBA so they can make some more money. And that's what it is. So that's why when you watch the Upshot League, the games were so intense, so competitive, because they're trying to get a look from the WNBA, because that's where all the big money is. So in the WNBA, it's a lot of big money. You can go from 270, 273, or from 300, or from 400 or 500 to an M, to multiple M's, right? Or to 700K, 900K, 800K, 600K. And that's what they're trying to get. And so that's why every game so far this season feels like a playoff game because of the money, right? And one thing about women know how to get to the vault. Women know how to get to the vault, y'all. They just do. You understand? And so that's what women, once you give women a taste of 6 figures or 7 figures, or there's an opportunity to get higher 6 figures and or 7 figures, these women know how to get to it. I'm talking about just at a WNBA, just women in general, especially in America, right? Especially in America. These girls and women, they know how to get to it. Some of them will strip to get it. Some of them will prostitute themselves to get it. Some of them will do porn to get it, right? Some of them will sell drugs to get it. Some of them will rob to get it, kill to get it, or work their fingers to the freaking bone to get it. They'll go get multiple degrees to get it. They just don't care. Some of these women, it doesn't matter. Women know how to get to the vault. They know how to get to the vault, y'all. And so that's what you're witnessing in the WNBA. What you're witnessing in the WNBA is women trying to get to the vault. That's what you're witnessing right now, because they see that money is right there. It's not waiting for a new CBA. It's right here, right now. I can get this big money right now. And you got a lot of these women on 1-year deals, y'all. A lot of them still on 1-year deals. And so they know next season, that's even more money. Every year it increases. So it's even more money next season. I'm trying to get to that. And I'm trying to play so well that they're going to give me at least 2 to 3, 4-year deal. And that's why every game, it just feels like a playoff game. Every game. You're trying to get to the vault. Okay. And all that does, it produces great basketball. So the product is good, except the referees are in the way. But that was because the coaches and the players in the league wanted to have people like this dummy you're looking at on your screen, Caitlin Clark, to flex, to shine. And they wanted points. They wanted the league average by the end of the season to be 92 points per game. That's what they wanted. And in order to do that, you got to free up a bunch of people and call a bunch of fouls, and it's slowing the game down. But it's having the desired effect, because Asia Wilson is putting up a bunch of numbers. Hell, even Kennedy Carter It's not like Kennedy needed the rules, but either you're going to let Kennedy score or she's going to get to the free throw line. Okay. And the same thing is happening with Caitlin Clark. That's why her numbers are so huge. Her percentages are terrible. I mean, she had 2 good games where she shot pretty well, but there's 2 other games where she didn't shoot well. And so a lot of her numbers are coming at the free throw line. She's getting a lot of free throw opportunities that's building up those type of numbers. And so that's what it, and she knows she can just attack the rim. And 9 times out of 10, she's either going to score the layup or she's going to go to the free throw line because they're going to call any and everything. And so that's why you just see her just attacking the rim. She's bold with it to just attack the rim more so than ever before, because either she's going to make the layup or she's going to go to the free throw line. Okay. And so that's what that is. So the games are amazing, except the fouls, the stoppage of play, and some of the egregious calls where it's clear these are flops. It's clear this person never touched her or anything, or it's clear it was a clean swipe at the ball and the referees don't give a damn. Right. And so that's the part that's hurting it. But outside of that, I mean, if you're just talking about competitive basketball, women fighting tooth and nail to get a win, oh, that's definitely there. And it's more so than ever before because they're all trying to get to the vote. Right now, with this whole Angel Reese situation, there's a lot of people seeing Angel Reese as low-hanging fruit. She's low-hanging fruit, right? And once again, attacking Angel Reese. Now, Angel Reese what I see from Angel Reese is, if Angel Reese was truly, truly in love with hoops, then Angel Reese would seriously start bringing that ball up higher. That's really her only issue. Angel, and yes, she need a few more post moves. Angel, all you have to do is attempt your shots at the rim higher, above your waist. That's all you have to do. You keep bringing it below your waist, and by the time you get it up there, it's going to get blocked, or it's going to be so heavily contested that you have to throw up a wild shot because you don't have a counter. The safest thing for you to do until you get a bevy of post moves, all right, is that you need to get a post fadeaway, right? Get you a simple post fadeaway, and that'll save you a lot of grief. Just get you a simple post fadeaway. If the initial layup isn't there, then just pivot to a post fadeaway. That'll save you a lot of grief. And then before you polish your post moves, make sure that mid-range game is nice. Get that mid-range game at the elbow, at the free throw line, get that going, right? And then the three will come. Don't worry about the 3. But you probably should shoot at the shortest distance, which is the corner 3. That's the shortest distance. So work on your corner 3s, work on your elbow jumpers, your free throw line jumpers, and then work on a post fadeaway until your post moves get polished. But the main thing you could fix right now, Angel Reese, is attempting your shots at the rim above your waist. When you start that motion, it has to be above your waist. It's really, really simple. Okay. And that's all you have to do. After that, you can work on some little baby hooks. You can work on some better up and unders, some better drop steps, some better post spin moves, some better post drive moves, some reverse pivots, some better Sigma moves. It's all type of stuff you can do, Angel. But for right now, I'm not mad at your driving. You have you have a good rip drive, a good swim drive, right? You have a good strong drive, and you got a good pro hop step. I'm not mad, and you got a good drive spin move. I'm not mad at that, Angel. It's just that when you don't do that enough in terms of your pro hop, you got to start doing that more, okay? And when you attempt it above your waist. That's all you have to do, and like you're ready to go. But if we don't see you do that, this is now what, 3 years in a row? So, and if you're still attempting it below your waist, and we're not seeing any extra new post moves, and we're not seeing any efficiency from the mid-range or the three-point line, what that shows, or what that can say, can make people believe is that does Angel Reese love being a cultural icon? Does she love being a celebrity more than she loves being a hooper? Okay, now you loved it in high school. You loved it as a little girl. You loved it in high school. You clearly loved it in college, even before name, image, and likeness. But then you start getting all this money and you're in the league and you're doing all of this other stuff, Met Gala, everywhere. You're with superstars, celebrities, you're all over the place. Okay? Right? So what do you love more? Do you love being a celebrity more or do you love being a hooper more? And you can say, well, why can't I love both equally? Well, not when you're in this space. So you can love being a celebrity and you can love being a hooper. But when it's time to be a hooper, when it's WNBA season and you have a game, okay, that love for being a hooper has to complete and totally trump your love for being a celebrity. Okay, it has to be unquestioned that when Angel is on the court, you can't even question her love for being a hooper because it's going to show. It's going to show in the paint. We're not talking about your rebounds. We're not talking about your defense. What we're talking about is your offense. That has to improve. This is now your third year. You were projected to be a top 3 pick. Then it became a top 5 pick. Then it became a top 10 pick. You got selected in the top 10. Your rebounding is always going to be there. Your defense is always going to be there. Okay, and you are one that will hype your teammates up. Make no question about that. You are a damn good team player in terms of hyping your team up, keeping them focused. That's you 1,000%. But your offense has never improved. It has never improved. Well, maybe last year at one point you were shooting 50%, but in terms of polish, in terms of additions, in terms of go-tos and counters, on all 3 levels, it's not there. Facilitating, not there. In terms of accuracy, it just isn't. And so what that says is that, do you really love basketball? You used to love it. I got to question you right now because this year 3 and you're looking like your rookie year. You're even looking worse than you looked last year. Tyler Marsh had you stepping it up, right? You seriously, you reverted to your rookie year in terms of the 3 levels on offense. I'm not talking about your rebounding and defense. Just your 3 levels on offense, you don't look improved at all. And so that's what you have to do. You have to show, you got to get you some new post moves. But in the meantime, until that happens, attempt it above your waist and work on a post fadeaway. That's going to save you a lot of grief. A lot of grief. You can even work. Matter of fact, Andrew, every time you get the basketball in a post, you should do a Sigma move, S-I-K-M-A. Do a Sigma move, grab it, keep the basketball up high when you pivot to a face up, right? And just pump fake drive or pump fake step back, right? Or pump fake fall away, pump fake fade away. Just a simple Sigma move, S-I-K-M-A. Just a simple Sigma move. Until you start getting you some left hooks and right hooks that look polished. Until that up and under is polished. Until that drop step is polished, right? Until those post spins and post drives are polished. Until those reverse pivots are polished, right? All of that, those step throughs, everything, all of that has to be polished. Those shimmies, they're not polished. Until all of that stuff is polished, a nice post fade away, a nice fall away, a nice post step back, that's simple work for you. That's real simple work for you, right? And so that's all I'm saying. But really, I'm not mad at you if you have a mismatch in a post, okay? A rat in a trap, a little flimsy big on you or a small chick on you, a nice little rat in a trap. If you have one of those on you, go ahead, eat. But when you eat, attempt it higher, right? Attempt it higher, and it's going to be more beautiful. You're going to be more efficient. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna do this. And was I upset with you? Yes, right? But every year I show you love, and then sometimes I'm upset with you. Right now, I'm not going to pile on you. I'm not going to kick you while you're down. I'm not going to do that. You understand? I'm going to build you up, and I'm going to give you solutions that's going to make you a better player. And that's all that this is. But that chick you're looking at right now, that's a snake. That's a dirty snake. You understand? I wanted to point that out. And for you people who don't know about Breon January, Caitlin Clark was capping the whole time. Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you something, because that chick love to cap. I know the answer to this, but because that chick Caitlin was capping heavy. Told you. Now, I know this because I've been following the Fever since day one. And so I seen Breon January have all these WNBA players, I'm talking about, peeing on themselves. They tried to talk reckless to Breon, and you'll see Breon walk up to him, approach him, and them players start backing up. They start backing up because everyone knows she a black belt. That was time Breon to call you out too. Like, chick, play with me again. Play with me again, right? And you will see all of these women just bow down like, wait a second, like, you know, there's a time and place, and this ain't the place, not with her, right? So Breon is just like, yeah, Caitlin, I see you capping. I see you barking right now. You really don't want damage. I'm your assistant coach. Don't play with me like that, though. Like, you capping heavy. You sombrero capping right now. You don't want these issues. I promise you this, right? But I'm gonna let you cap real quick. But I think the Fever need to just suspend her if she does that again. That's insubordination. Suspend that chick. It's real simple, right? It's real simple. Like, don't let this chick and her fans terrorize you and try to bully y'all. Hold your ground. She's a player just like her teammates, right? Democratization. And like, that's the way this thing has to be. And so, you know, making sure that, you know, everything is equal, everything is even and balanced, egalitarian, all of these things, making sure that you know that you're even right with these other players. Now, you may be more popular than these other players. You're more popular than these other players, but that doesn't mean that you get to step out of line and you get to be disrespectful and we're just going to just let you get away with it. Like, no, that's not how this thing works, right? If we are going to punish, if we will punish these other women for yelling at us, we're going to punish you, right? And so, like, that's the way that thing has to be. You can't set a precedent where Caitlin can cuss out a coach and the other teammates, if they ever tried to do it, they would get suspended. Conduct detrimental to the team, right? Like, it can't be that way. It sets a bad precedent. And right, and it just shows one player. And you can't say, well, Caitlin should get away with it because look at all the money she brings in. Look at all the money she brings in. So she should be able to get away with it. I don't care. I don't care how much money she brings in, right? You can't let someone do something like that to you. Like, it doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. You understand? So, yeah, like, I'm not like, I can't do it, y'all. I saw that and I said, no, we're not going there. We're not doing that. I'm not going to let something like that slide. I got to make this video. And like, that's what that is. So yeah, let me get up out of here. I'll play this one more time. But yes, Breon January holds a black belt in karate. And so don't play with her. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Now, Sophie has a black belt in Taekwondo, but Sophie doesn't train in it anymore. Breon January, which last from what I heard, at least when she was hooping in the Euro League, she was still training. So don't play with her. Don't be disrespectful. Your assistant coach is a black belt in karate, and she'll murder you if she wanted to, but she's not going to do that. right? She's just a better person than you. She's not morally bankrupt like you. Her character isn't missing like your character, like a person with good quality character. Okay, so I just wanted to highlight that real quick. Yeah, her father is a karate instructor, which is likely how she got involved. And so, like, there it is, man. So, yeah, just be respectful. Be respectful. So, yeah, we got to get that chick up out of here, man. We got to get that chick up out of here. That's one of the reasons why I made that song. So that's a whole remix by me, and how I put everything together like that. And that's why I got Bad Witch, Jody holding the handicap sign, and that's what that is. So I'm just putting that out there. I told you last year I was going to get her out of here, and we got her up out of there with 3 injuries. I told you I was going to give her a season-ending injury. I told you I was going to injure her multiple times and get her out of here with a season-ending injury, and it happened. Okay, I told you. And then what did they do? They start pumping up Sophie, making her their little grand wizard, or the white woman that they were going to use to make all the other black women on the Fever look inferior and the other black women in the league look inferior. I said, we got to get Sophie up out of here. Look at what they're doing. They're not going to stop. I said, Sophie will have a season-ending injury. Boom. She's out with a season-ending injury. Then these idiots literally tried to prop up Chloe Bibby and tried to use Chloe to look more superior than her teammates, and to use Chloe to make all of these other black women in the Wnba look inferior. That's literally what they were trying to do. I said, look at them. They doing it with Chloe. We got to get Chloe up out of here. I got to get Chloe a season in injury. Boom. She's out for the year. That's all documented, full of receipts. So, listen, I tried to just, and even when I was asking God about it, in terms of, oh God, every time I try to be nice to Caitlin Clark, God is telling me, no, like, that's a bad person. Don't do it. So even when I prayed for the Fever, God was like, inside, he was like holding me back. He was resisting it. And I still went with it anyway, but God was resisting it. Gave me the strong, like, he was like, no. But I still was doing it anyway. God was resisting it. Like, no, that's a terrible person. Like, you don't want to help her in any way. And so after I prayed at that tree, it's a holy sacred tree here. So after I prayed, I saw how God was resisting it. And I was just like, okay, like, and then you start watching, and Caitlin is just such a terrible person, y'all. Terrible person. And then her fans are waiting for any moment she can look lit. And as soon as she look lit, they get even more just horrible, even more evil and cruel and mean-spirited. And so I said, no, and then this right here yesterday of what she did to Stephanie White and Breon January, absolutely not. Because she felt like she lit again. She's making a 3. She felt like she lit again. And it's sort of like the saying goes, where money will show your true character, show who you really are. It's not money, it's the person. And once the person get access to the money, what they say, money is the rule of all evil. No, it's the person. But once they got the money, they show who they really are. So once Caitlin got lit again, she is showing you who she is. She showed you at Iowa, disrespecting Lisa Bluter, disrespecting her teammates, disrespecting her seniors, her upperclassmen. Right? That's what she did. Then she comes to the league, disrespected Christy's sides, yanked her arm away from Christy when Christy was trying to break down the play, and walked away and said, we're not running that stupid effing play. And now we're seeing her this year, what she did to Stephanie and what she just did to Breon January. Because she felt like she lit again. Right? So that's like money. That's like money. And people start acting wild when they get money. It's like, oh, okay, I kind of figured you was that type of person, but you were hiding it. Now you got money. It's on full display. I knew you were ugly on the inside. I knew it. I knew it. Every time that chick start looking lit, she show you just how ugly she is on the inside. She's a terrible person, y'all. A terrible person. Okay? So, yeah, that's why God was resisting it, man. Don't help her. It's like what Jesus Christ told It's like what Jesus Christ told, I think with the Pharisees and Sadducees, and he said, man, who warned you to flee from the wrath of Yahweh? Who warned you to flee from the wrath of God? You vipers, you venomous vipers, who warned you to flee? This is Jesus Christ saying, like, man, like who warned y'all? Who gave y'all a message? Like, no, like it's intended for y'all to be punished and judged. Don't help those who God will whoop, or God will whoop you. God got his hand raised about to whoop this female, and you're trying to jump in and say a prayer for her? No way. She's a terrible person. Terrible. Okay? And her fans are terrible. And you shall know a tree by the fruit it bears. That's a terrible tree. And look at everyone eating from her tree. Terrible people. Look at her flock. Terrible people. And they showcase it every single time without fail. I mean, they're literally on a campaign to try to take away a woman's livelihood because they won't let her be who she was at Iowa. At least that's what they believe. And we're clearly seeing her running the Iowa system. But they're 2-2. And their 2 wins came against 2 trash teams. Right? Let me find that scripture real quick. Where's the verse where Jesus told, I don't know who it was, Sadducees, Pharisees, something, told some people who warned you to flee from the wrath of God. Let me find that one. Matthew 3:7. There it is. Okay. But when he, John, saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees coming to his baptism, it was John the Baptist. Okay. And he was anointed and blessed by God. He was a prophet. But when he, John, saw many of the Pharisees and Sadducees coming to his baptism, he said to them, you brood of vipers, who warned you to flee from the wrath to come? And there it is. He, John, said therefore to the crowds that came out to be baptized by him, you brood of vipers, who warned you to flee from the wrath to come. Right. And that's what God was, when I was trying to pray for them, I promise you, God was resisting it. And I did it anyway, but God was resisting it. And then he's constantly showing me why he was resisting it. I mean, she's a terrible person, y'all, a terrible person. Right. And it was clear he resisted it because Leah Boston got injured. Right. So it was clear that God was, I promise you, the whole, when I first attempted to put my hand on a tree, God resisted it. It wasn't like it was when I prayed for the Jags to go to the playoffs and if God would let them beat the Titans to go to the playoffs. And it was miraculous how we beat the Titans. And God was okay with that, right? I touched the tree. I prayed for the Jags. Boom, they went to the playoffs miraculously, right? This time he was resisting. So when I put my hand out, he was resisting it the whole time. And I was just like, I'm just going to get through it anyway. He was resisting it the whole time, man. And so it just reminded me of this scripture right here. Who warns you to flee from the wrath of God? Like, don't stand in the way when God about to whoop somebody because you might get hit with the belt. Right? When God is displeased with someone, when he doesn't like someone, right? When someone is just horrible to him and is just a horrible person, inside and out, and God is displeased with them and he's about to whoop them, man, move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way. There's God saying in the scripture, he was like, you'll pray to me and I will turn a deaf ear to you. That's in your Bible. When they pray to me, I'll turn a deaf ear to them. I'm not even going to hear your prayers. Man, I prayed to God and he didn't give me what I prayed for. I turned a deaf ear to you. You're a terrible person. You're still a bad person. You still be doing all type of bad things. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so like that's the situation. So yeah, I had to get her up out of here. I had to get her up out of here last year. It's clear she's not gonna change. Got to get her up out of here this year too. Let me end this, go back to this, and yeah, keep it moving. That's it. That's it. Let me get up out of here.
Holy night, oh holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, oh night divine, oh night when Christ was born.